And there it is. Dragonball Daima is coming to Dokkan Battle. But when can you expect it? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the announcement for the Dragonball Daima characters coming as part of an upcoming campaign here on Global and JP Dokkan. So in this video, we'll talk a little bit about what we can expect to see and when we can expect to see it. So first off, let's start with the announcement. So Dragon Ball Daima characters will arrive in Dokkan Battle. We have an SR Goku Daima that will awaken into an SR Goku Mini Daima, and we can recruit this character by clearing missions and receiving a login bonus. Same goes for the other announced character, which is an SR Vegeta Daima, who awakens into an SSR Vegeta Mini Daima. Now, both of these are scheduled to be part of a campaign that begins mid-October. Now, let's talk a little bit about what that means. So, many of you guys know that Dragon Ball just held a panel over in Japan where they basically went over all things related to Daima, as its release date is about 6 days away, the same day as Sparking Zero, right? So knowing that, they gave a little teaser on the upcoming episodes, as well as upcoming details on characters in both Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, and Dragon Ball Legends. Now, if there was more information that was shared during that, we're probably not going to see or hear any of it unless, right, somebody decides to go ahead and leak it. So for now, this is what we got. We have the announcement of 2 new free-to-play characters. Now, what does that mean for when it arrives, right? Well, they say mid-October. Well, we can kind of figure out when that is by looking at the Fruitful Season Autumn Harvest campaign info, right? So we can see here that the campaign for this is scheduled to go all the way to the 24th, and that pretty much coincides with the October time frame. Now, what's interesting is the login bonuses aren't changing. Typically, when there's a part 1 and a part 2, the login bonuses last for half and then continue on. Now, it's possible that this is just how that could mean nothing, but usually there's a separation in the login bonuses, as then it gets tied into the part 2, but maybe not. This could just be nothing. But what we do know is that the Dokkan sales and the Elder Kai banners end on the 14th at 4:59 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and 10:17, 6:59 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time for the Elder Kai banner. This basically confirms that whatever is coming next is happening around that time. They don't typically like to leave Dragonstone sales gone for too long, and Elder Kai banners almost always drop at the same time that a new banner shows up. So I'm pretty sure we can safely assume that whatever's coming next is going to happen at this time. Now, judging by the way this Vegeta celebration is set up, right, as of right now, there's no major EZA announced. We only have these sub-EZAs, and even a super EZA is not announced yet, even though it was announced on the JP Twitter. So there's a good chance there's a part 2 coming for this campaign, which means that this, scheduled to be mid-October, is probably its own thing. Now, I know what many people are thinking now, considering that, right? That if this is going to be its own thing, why not make it the part 2, right? Well, I think they're going to go a route that I don't think is going to make many players happy, unfortunately. I want it to not be this. Let me get out that right the way, but Dokkan is Dokkan sometimes, so I want to say this. I don't want this to happen, but I fear that this may be the case, judging by how the Vegeta celebration is structured, and the fact that instead of announcing a new, even just announcing the TUR for the Daima characters, instead they announced 2 new free-to-play characters. So I am assuming that we're going to have something similar to this campaign right here. So if y'all remember when Superhero first released, right, we knew Superhero was coming, and we were all wondering, hey, when the heck is this coming to Dokkan Battle? Well, after a while, instead of getting new units, we got this campaign right here, this movie collaboration campaign, which gave us a bunch of awards, some summon tickets, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And this was about for global, this was about 2 months after the release of the movie. And then on JP, right? Well, same thing for the movie, but I think JP got this a little bit earlier than we did. But all we really got here, right, was just the new Cell Max event and the new the SSR Teen Gohan, this guy here who awakens into the Super Saiyan Gohan. Now, his awakening and subsequent EZA didn't come until the part 3 of the celebration, which happened during the New Year's celebration later that year, right? And in between this, we had a second celebration that focused on the gammas, right? So I fear that we may have something similar to this, where we're going to get an upcoming campaign, which is going to give us, right, these guys as a free-to-play unit, the Goku and the Vegeta. There'll probably be maybe an event for us to farm them out or farm things for them, or farm the medals probably, since it says they're giving them out as a login and mission clear. Kind of like how they did with the gammas here. So it's probably going to be something along the lines of that, right? We'll probably have like maybe some new difficult event where we fight like whatever the main villain is, and then I don't know, maybe they'll do some ticket summons or something, and then we'll probably have whatever this event is that is going to give that. We don't know. There's no information. If information, like I said earlier, if information was shared, we won't know until it gets leaked. But this is all we know for now, is that we have a free-to-play character coming. And this makes sense, both, especially when you consider that Dragon Ball Legends also announced a free-to-play Daima character as well with the Goku Mini here. And I'm kind of jealous of Legends right now because they got a lot more info than we did. But I kind of think that's the route they're going to go. We're just going to get kind of a teaser little celebration, maybe to prep us for something in the future. Same way they did with Superhero. So we'll probably get these guys here mid-October, late October, like we did with the Gammas, right, as part of a teaser celebration. I don't think we're going to see a summonable unit. And then possibly for New Year's might be where we see like a dual Dokkan Fest, Super Saiyan Daima Goku and Super Saiyan Daima Vegeta is probably how this is going to play out. I know it sucks, but I mean, just judging by the structure of the Vegeta campaign, I can't really see them fitting a Part 2 LR in here and Dragon Ball Daima summonable characters, especially knowing that these guys are starting as an SSR. One of the bigger reasons that I didn't mention it earlier, right? The category banner here includes the the Yellow Coin LR Vegeta on here, right? Which would make us think, hey, this guy's probably going to get an EZA in Part 1, which I'm sure he is, but also featured on here is the Krillin and Gohan. And the last time we had a double LR feature like that, or triple LR feature for that matter, right, they all ended up getting EZAs. So there's a chance that there's a double EZA here, and if there is, that means there's that second EZA is probably more than likely connected to the Part 2. And the other, I mean, this is kind of random, but the fact that Nail is getting his sub EZA, even though he has no place to be run, makes me think that there's going to be some kind of connected hope or some kind of maybe Piccolo fused Nail for Part 2 or something. There's got to be something coming with him for him to work. Otherwise, he's completely dead in the water. So just throwing that out there, that I'm excited. Daima should be coming. This is going to be real fun, but I don't want to get my hopes up that we're getting anything summonable anytime soon. I think the nearest the campaign itself will begin probably towards the middle of October to coincide with Part 2, but I don't think we're getting any summonable. It'll be kind of similar to this campaign here. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, are you excited to have Daima and Dokkan battle, even if it is something tiny, something, a little teaser, if you will, for what's to come in the future? Or do you fully expect a full campaign in the second half of this month? I want that to happen, but I'm a bit wary considering of where we're currently at. But let us know in the comments down below what you think. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.